Max and Mackenzie have never met, so
Yeah. Plus, they
don't get each other's.
I'm very gullible, so like anything you say, I'll be like, yeah,
I
for
got
sure.
your joke. I got it. I picked up on it. I know.
I didn't. If you guys would have never brought it up, I still wouldn't have known.
Still haven't.
Yeah.
All right, so what else? I was thinking the other day, I was trying to come up with, like, what are my main 3, like, rules for life? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Do you guys have anything like this?
That's really on the spot. Also, you just jumped right into it.
That's true.
Okay.
Well, you know, I got places to be, people to see.
Fair.
You literally don't.
Well,
Maddie has places to be. Maddie needs to get in here.
yeah, Maddie's got to play Minecraft, so we're on a time crunch.
3 rules for life.
Yeah.
My big one has always been like treat people the way you want to be treated. That's like my
Oh.
biggest thing.
Yeah, like that
Like the golden rule.
golden rule, like that song. Harry Styles.
He
Or
has
was
so
it an
many.
I
album?
don't know what you're talking about.
Treat people with kindness? Is that the song?
I don't know Harry Styles like that, so I don't really know.
Oh, what the heck? I'm the resident Harry Styles fan on this podcast.
I feel like I'm more Taylor Swift than Harry Styles.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider myself like a Swiftie, but I definitely
Do you want to
side with
be Taylor Swift?
Me?
Either
me.
of you guys.
No.
Because I would want to be Harry Styles.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like he does have a good life.
he really, yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to dress like Harry Styles.
Maybe next week.
Okay.
True.
Thank you.
Alright, so basically I live my life by 3 simple rules. The first one is if you see someone running, you chase them. It doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. You stop, you start chasing them.
Okay.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Because nobody's just running to run, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
They're running to be chased. Or rather, they're being chased already.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's 100% true.
Okay.
You know, they're either running from emotional problems,
Oh, right.
they're running from the police, they're running from being overweight. No one's just running to run.
Yeah,
Sure.
And the ultimate motivation for running is being chased.
that's true.
So if I'm following you, you're gonna run.
You think you're motivating them by chasing them?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I see it.
If I started chasing after you, you would run, right?
Oh, definitely, for sure. I'm scared of you.
Yeah. So that's basically it.
Okay. Well, that was one.
No, I don't remember the other 2.
Oh, okay. All
You
right.
just need to have like a top one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even come up with one, so.
It's okay.
My second rule is that the second 2 rules don't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Okay. Hey, yo, we poddin'.
What's up, gamers?
And non-gamers.
Welcome back to the HaveFun podcast. You're here this week with me, Max, as usual, and also your other host that's also usually here.
I'm Delaney.
And we're joined this week by a girl whose name is...
My name is Mackenzie.
She
And
got double mic'd up.
I did.
and we don't know each other. We just met just a couple minutes ago, so this is going to be the first episode where we have someone who I don't know.
Yep, Kenzie and I met a few weeks ago. We're both competing in the Miss Monroe County pageant. So that's how we met.
Yeah, and I love podcasts, so why not be on one?
But she's never watched ours.
I've watched a little bit of the beginning of the
Did you
first one.
really?
Yes, when you posted it, I was like, let me see what's going on. And that's why I was like, I have to be on it.
Hilarious, I didn't know that.
I have to be on this.
I was like, just like talking. I just love talking, so it's like, why not? Why not record it?
That's so funny.
How many times have you done this Monroe
This will
pageant?
be my 3rd year. I started competing in 2021, and it was on a whim. I didn't even think I was going to compete, but the reigning Miss Monroe at that time was Madeline Poupard, and she went to my school, so I was like,
Moonwalks?
yes.
Okay.
Poupard, yes. And she was like someone I always looked up to when I was in high school, so I was like, honestly, let's just give this a try. And it's probably one of the best things I've done so far in my life. It's kind of shaped me into like who I am, because when I first started, I was not a very talkative person or very outgoing, but I feel like I can just talk about myself for days at this point now.
And you've never won.
Nope. But I mean, losing to me is just like a life lesson. I never look at it as like defeat because I can always go back and win. Like I can always compete. I can always go back and learn more from it. But I mean, winning is the goal, but losing, not the best feeling, but you get something out of it anyways.
And you were first runner up, weren't you?
Yeah, I was last year, yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Kind of feels like that's a lesson that Delaney might be learning this year. Is that true? Do you think that?
What was
That losing to her?
Oh, yeah, for sure. My goal is not to win, personally. I've been saying that from the start. It's probably my biggest fear, actually. Can I say that? I don't know.
Honestly, that was my first year. I was terrified.
It's okay, this pod's coming out way after Miss Monroe.
Yeah.
Next up forever.
Yeah, I also just joined on like a random whim in Germany.
Yeah.
Should I say the why?
It's always the whims, though.
I don't know if you want to. It's
Probably
up to
not.
you.
Nah, we'll just
You just gotta figure out your why.
just gotta figure out your why.
That's my third rule, actually. The third rule of my life is, what's your why?
Wait.
Huh.
Sorry, that's a Special Olympics campaign, but
What's your why?
yeah.
Does it have to do with chromosome?
It doesn't.
Okay.
It's the polar plunge thing. Like, they asked, what's your why? Why are you jumping? Why are you plunging? But nope, it has nothing to do with chromosomes, Max.
Okay, well, I was thinking why chromosome?
I understood where you were
okay.
thinking. Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I should talk to whoever runs that, and we can get it in
No,
the details.
Nope.
Probably in the contract.
probably not.
Do you have to sign a contract?
To jump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a waiver?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't make it.
Is the polar plunge in like a pool or like a lake?
It's in a pool. We're not allowed to do anything in open bodies of water.
I mean, I'd be terrified if it was a lake.
Honestly, the pool looks like a giant dumpster that they just fill with ice and water, and then you've got like firemen and cops surrounding you as lifeguards. And
Okay.
That's funny. I almost drowned at Cedar Point once.
Oh, wow.
Actually, twice. I almost drowned twice at Cedar Point.
Cedar Point's such a traumatic place for us.
And I had to get pulled out by a lifeguard twice.
Oh.
Same day.
2 in one day.
Yeah, it was wild. Minutes
Aw.
apart.
Do you know what happened to me last time I was at Cedar Point?
Yeah, you rode a train or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep promising to tell this story.
And now we're telling it.
I guess we're telling it. Kinsey, I do want to preface this, though, by saying you're not allowed to be sad at the end of the story. You have to laugh.
Okay, well.
It doesn't matter what happens, what comes out of my mouth next, you have to laugh.
I probably will laugh, so I'm ready.
All right. So we went to Cedar Point. I went to Cedar Point with my brother's baseball team, and he was out hanging out with his friends, and like there was already an even number of people. It's like you don't hang out in uneven numbers. No. You have no idea where the story is going. I promise.
It's an even ratio thing.
Yeah. No, not an even ratio thing. Just you don't hang out in odd numbers of groups at amusement parks because like who's gonna?
Oh, right, because someone
Right.
would have to sit by themselves.
So I just hung out with my mom while Brayden was out doing this thing, and I rode the train 14 times.
Far too many times.
Nobody should ever ride the train at Cedar Point 14 times, but this day is grained into my memory because we left there and we got a call from Max's sister telling me that my house was on fire.
Oh my god. Okay.
I can't even say it without laughing now.
Oh my gosh. Ride a train 14 times, get a call.
My house was on fire, and Max was only concerned about his Pokemon.
Well, the
But-
thing is that I was in the middle of a battle, and it's not that I didn't care about the house, but I
He had
I-
things going on.
had
Yeah.
things going on. I can't multitask.
Yeah.
I can't care about two things at once.
That's true.
So he made his choice, and his choice was Pokemon. But he was directly across the street from my house while it was burning down, so like they all went outside.
Oh, I took a picture of the Pokemon at the house. I'll see if I can find that, and I'll put it up.
That is so funny.
My house burned down. That's pretty much the story, I guess. There's not much more to it.
When was this again?
2020. It was July 11th.
Crazy year.
I feel like I remember seeing it on like social media.
Yeah, probably. It was like a big thing. The whole county was talking.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have PTSD from that day?
I don't have PTSD. My dog has PTSD.
Aw.
Post-traumatic
Stress
train disorder.
Sure.
Post-train.
Stress disorder.
Oh yeah, post-train stress disorder.
Oh, me? Post-train stress disorder? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ride the train again.
Oh,
Like, if
yeah.
I went
No,
back.
I wouldn't. Bad luck.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Bad juju lives on that train.
I always want to jump the tracks when that train is going because it goes like 5 miles an hour. And they put the thing down, and you have plenty of time to jump the tracks.
I almost got hit by the train at the fair the other day. I tried to cross it, and it came by like so. I was like, oh, the train's coming.
You're like, my bad.
Yeah, but I was just trying to walk to my car.
Oh.
If you remember in cartoons when people would be like tied to the train tracks?
Yeah. They were always. It was such a cartoony thing.
Yeah, wouldn't it just be easier to like shoot somebody or?
Yeah.
It's not as dramatic.
They always escape.
Yeah. Like right at the last second too.
Always at the last second. I
Right
wonder if
when the
there's
train's
any instance of someone actually getting run over while they were tied to a train track.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll try to
that
figure
would
it out.
ruin. Yeah, I don't want to know.
I'll watch every episode of Looney Tunes to try to figure it out.
That's how you're gonna find out.
Mm.
Okay.
I'll go watch the golden collection, the black collection, the silver collection, the Bugs Bunny collection.
I didn't know they had that many collections of Looney Tunes.
Well, it's been running for like 70 years.
But you know, I don't think I've ever fully seen an episode of Looney Tunes.
I watched like the new ones. Like
The Looney Tunes show?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
I used to watch that when I was like 10 and I would religiously watch it too.
It's so good.
But like I remember like there was like this baby show of the Looney Tunes.
Oh, Baby Looney Tunes?
Yeah, that
Great show.
I mean, it seemed cool, but like I don't know. If I was like that babysitter, I'd be like, no, I can't do it. I'm gone. Like I can't deal with like crazy kids. Like I can deal with semi-crazy kids, but like if they're over the top, I'm just gonna walk away.
Yeah, I love that show. I don't know if I'd like it as much watching it now, but loved it when I was a kid.
You gotta watch it, girl.
Not a bit of it.
It's gotta
Yeah, I
be on
like
YouTube.
Living
I've
in a
seen
House.
seen Space Jam,
Oh,
Space
yeah.
Jam is
and
really
like
good.
that's it.
It was a common one.
Yeah, I love that movie. It's arguably the worst Looney Tunes movie, but
Yeah,
I love it.
that's true.
I got a question that I formed in my brain. If you guys could live in one song, which song would you live in?
Song?
You live in it.
I don't know if you guys are country fans, but when I was younger, my mom, her favorite band was Rascal Flatts, and the only song that I would listen to from them was Bless the Broken Road. And I don't know what it was about that song or what was put into that song, but I could listen to it for days. It's just so relaxing, and like the melodies and just the tempo. I could just like I could sleep to it, I feel like.
Is that a cover?
No. Rascal Flatts they were a band, they were really popular like the 2000s.
Well, I know they're in Cars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But they didn't write that song, did they?
They did.
Oh, they did.
And they
Oh,
put it in
okay.
Cars.
How did you?
Oh, really?
Not
What?
know that?
How did I not know that they wrote that song?
Yeah. Who did you think wrote the song?
Well, they just covered a lot of songs.
Cars wrote the song.
Cars.
I think Lightning
Lightning
McQueen,
McQueen
wrote the
himself.
song.
Oh, yeah.
With his hands.
Yeah.
You wrote that song.
Toe Mater's in the background
It was
singing
when he was
vocals.
fixing, all the
Tomatoes
broken
and Ghost
roads
Rider.
that he broke.
Yes.
Yes.
Lightning McQueen.
Man, I forgot about that scene until just now.
Did it play during that?
I don't
Scene?
think so. Did it? I don't know when that song played.
Are we sure that it's in that movie?
Life is a Highway is in that movie.
Life as a Highway was played when
Yeah.
he was going to California or whatever show or whatever race he was going to.
Which is a cover?
Well, they played it. But I mean, I think the original artist sang the song in the show. But I mean, I think it was like on the Cars soundtrack.
It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one? I know they did a cover on that. The Route 66. Did they do that one? That's a cover.
Yeah, that's a cover.
That's a cover. That one I knew was a cover.
Mm-hmm.
We always bring it back to Disney movies.
Disney's just so good. You can never get away with it, though. Like, it's just, like, the best.
From it.
Yeah.
Yeah, never can.
Mm-mm.
But do you want to? Have you guys ever been to Disney World?
Yes, I have.
Yep. I went there for free.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Well, who paid for it?
The Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah. I did know that.
It was great.
Aww.
Probably the best week of my life. Well, so far. Best week of my life so far.
So far.
At that time.
Yeah. I think I've only went there twice. One when I was like 6 for my cousin's wedding, and then when I was 12 for a family like anniversary. Like somebody was having an anniversary. And I barely remember the first time, but the second time I feel like I didn't enjoy it as much because I was going through the phase of like teenager years when I was like I don't know if I like this,
old
but
for Disney.
I feel like if I had the chance I would definitely go back because I would have enjoyed it way more. Like
Yeah.
I feel like at 20 I enjoy everything way more. Like I don't take anything for granted anymore. I live in the moment.
The teenage years are when you're like, I know that's not Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
But then you get old enough and you're like, well, maybe it is Mickey Mouse.
Like it could be.
What? Who's saying that it's not Mickey Mouse?
Yeah. Like I don't remember who said that. It wasn't anyone.
I went to Disney when I was a freshman in high school, and I was there for 2.5 weeks, which is too long to be at Disney World. And I got really sick.
Aww.
Like, I had strep, and then my baby cousin had croup.
What's up?
It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's basically like a really bad cough, and just like, it's gross. But he had been sleeping in my bed. He was like 4. He was like sleeping in my bed. And I remember I woke up in the middle of the night one night, and
coughing in your mouth.
He was coughing so freaking loudly, and I was so annoyed about it because I'm already sick. I was just finding out that I had an anxiety disorder, and I was like, I'm sick of him. And I picked him up and I took him down the hall to where my grandma was staying, and I threw him in her bed. I said, "He's your problem now."
Yeah, honestly.
But yeah, we spent Easter there, and we went to the Ohana restaurant, like the Lilo and Stitch, and had brunch. And it was just this massive all-you-can-eat brunch, and I had strep, and I couldn't swallow anything except for soft food, so I only ate applesauce.
I was gonna ask that, like, did you just have applesauce and yogurt?
That's literally all I could eat. Applesauce, yogurt,
terrible.
and ice cream.
Honestly, that's 3 things I could live my entire life with, and nothing else.
I disagree.
Applesauce is really good, though. I don't know. Like, I feel like I could prefer applesauce over an apple.
I hate that.
Really?
Yes.
Would you want an apple over applesauce?
Every day.
I feel like
I actually love apples, though.
I know. I do love apples, but I feel like it just takes so much work to eat the apple. Like,
I like to cut them into little cubes and then into...
It's so much more work.
Yeah, but...
The satisfying, presentation of it.
Yeah,
like
with peanut butter?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You can't eat them with peanut butter any other way.
That's true.
No, I do. Well...
You're weird.
Well, yeah, that might be true, but I eat it, and then I take a bite of the peanut butter and put it in my mouth. I take a bite of the apple, and I stick my tongue in the jar of peanut butter.
No. That's disgusting.
Yeah, well, I pretty much only do it when I'm alone, so...
Yeah.
Okay, that still does not make it any less gross. Do you guys ever just eat peanut butter by the spoonful?
Yeah, it's horrible, but I do sometimes.
I used to do that all the time. Like, I would just have my own peanut butter that sat in my room with a spoon.
And I'm weird.
Okay, Max, shut up.
That's like my last resort when I have nothing else to eat.
Yeah.
That's like all I ate during COVID. I had peanut butter.
I can't even remember what I ate when I had COVID. Like, I just couldn't eat. And then I tried to do that one thing where you, burn an orange and, eat it. Like, you're supposed to burn an orange peel on a stove. And then once it gets, really, charred and stuff, I don't know if you're supposed to eat the peel or the orange. But I ate both anyways. And I thought it was going to, because it said on TikTok it was supposed to. Yes.
You ate the orange peel?
Because I wanted my COVID to go away. Because I was like, I'm not doing this. I did not want... I hate getting sick in general. So, me having COVID was the worst. Because I have really bad... whenever I get sick, my, lungs and, respiratory system is, it's really bad. Yeah. So, I was trying so hard to get rid of it. And, my mom... I remember this. She comes in, sees me, burning the orange. And she's like, what are you doing, Mackenzie? I was like...
Witchcraft.
Yeah, literally. I was like, I'm trying so... I need to get this, gone, but it didn't work, and I had it for a week and a half. Worst week and a half of my life.
Wait, the week that COVID was announced, I was in Tennessee.
When it dropped.
Yeah, when COVID dropped, March 13th of 2020, I was in Tennessee we talked about this trip on the last episode, with my church trip, but my grandma was there, and we didn't really know much about COVID, but the whole trip, she was arguing with me at every single restaurant we went to. And, like, at Chick-fil-A, she was like, this chicken tastes weird. And I was eating the same thing. I was like, no, it doesn't. I kept telling her, I was like, it literally tastes the exact same as back home. And she's like, no, it tastes so weird here. And then she kept saying about every single thing she ate. And it didn't process to me until, like, weeks later. I was like, Grandma had COVID that whole time.
Grandma,
She didn't even know it.
your grandma was the OG super spreader.
Oh, it was so bad.
Early adopter.
Yeah.
Adopter?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the right word?
That's a term.
Okay.
I learned
trust
it.
you. I trust you.
I learned it once.
One
I
time.
learned it one time.
When the Broadway show of SpongeBob came out,
Okay.
so the guy who plays SpongeBob, Ethan, I don't want to botch his last name. It starts with an S.
Okay.
He is apparently dating Ariana Grande now.
Whoa.
Yeah, and she
That's big.
Yeah, so from what I've seen on
Wait a
social
second.
media,
Divorced?
Yep, so she got divorced with her husband Dalton, and I guess Ethan had an affair or was going through
I
a
heard something
divorce.
about this.
But
yeah.
like everyone is like picking sides or like is really like in the middle, but I'm a stand for Ariana Grande no matter what. I love her songs, so I mean, I can't hate on her for it. I mean, like, it's not the right thing to do, but you do you, girl.
But that music is so good.
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, I can't complain.
Can't complain.
Do you like her newest stuff or like her early Broadway pop?
I'm
type?
more of a. I like it all. I'm gonna be honest. I love all of it because I don't listen to her beginning stuff as much as her recent stuff, just because I feel like her recent stuff is so. I feel it's like empowering to listen to it, because when she came out with Dangerous Woman, I feel like that's when she was like I am that
Flip
person.
was switched.
Yeah, like flip a switch. I'm a new person, and I was like, I stand for this.
Would you consider yourself a fan of Cat?
I actually
can't think of her
was.
last
On
name.
Sam and Cat, I was more of a Cat person, and on Victorious, I loved Cat. That she was my favorite character, and
She's
so
everybody's favorite.
for sure, yeah. I just loved when she would always bring up her brother and be like, "My brother locked me in the closet," or like
She had like such a traumatic backstory that they just never addressed.
no, it would just like she'd be like, "Yeah, like my brother would lock me in a closet and feed me like crackers." Okay, like that's normal.
She's like, it's okay though.
It's okay.
And then they were all like, okay.
Like,
Sure.
Okay.
I watched this. I know so much about Victorious and
Why?
Sam and Cat because I watched this 8-hour review of Victorious once.
Okay.
Because I sat down. Well, the thing is that I sat down to eat breakfast and I throw something on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw an 8-minute Victorious review. And after about 15 minutes, I was like, oh, this feels like more than 8 minutes. And then turns out it was 8 hours. And I'm like, I'm not watching this. But then I did. I did watch it.
The whole thing?
Yeah, not
Like-
in one sitting,
Oh, okay.
And then the same guy came out with a Sam and Cat review.
Did you watch that one?
Yeah.
Why?
And he just dives into all the lore and it's crazy.
You watch the first one, you gotta watch the second.
God, you always have to
You
watch
have
the
to.
part two.
Yeah, it's true.
Always have to. And apparently, Cat's canonical brother in the story, in the universe, is a villain, a super villain in the Thundermans?
Is he the bunny?
Wait, is he the one that she dates in the Thundermans? Because she dates a villain.
I've never watched it.
Ah,
But
I would have to
it's her
rewatch
brother
it.
in real life.
it's her brother.
Maybe
oh,
it's Henry.
Frankie? Oh,
Yeah,
Frankie
yeah.
Grande.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a supervillain.
Who was he?
Oh no,
Yeah.
that was in Henry Danger.
Oh, Henry Danger. Okay. I aged out at
Oh.
that point. I didn't watch those.
No, I stopped at Henry Danger. That's when I was like, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
not
I
so
didn't
much.
like watch all the way through it. I've seen random episodes of it. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I far aged out at that time. I got a Disney question. I thought of this a minute ago. Now I'm looping back to it. Have
Okay.
you guys heard that thing about Walt Disney's head?
That they froze it?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Do you
Yep.
think that's true?
No.
The question is, how are they gonna revive him if it's just his head?
That's
Or why
so
would you
true.
want to?
Yeah, like what are they wanting? Like his brain?
They want to reboot him is what they want. Disney's
Why
so into
Walt
reboots.
Disney of all people.
Yeah,
Why is that the one we're rebooting?
that's so true. I did hear though at the end of the 50-year anniversary, they're taking down the castle at Disney World. That Loki, like
What the heck?
I know.
They can't get rid of the castle. It's the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. And
Also,
then,
where are they going to put the head?
exactly like. But I guess I don't know if they're rebuilding a new castle or putting a different princess's castle there, but I was just like,
They can't.
why are you rebranding it all? Like,
So weird.
and next year, starting January 2024, Disney loses the copyright of Mickey Mouse. So that's also a big thing.
What the heck? That's gonna
They're
be crazy.
losing Mickey?
Well, they're
Oh.
losing the copyright, so anybody can use him. It'll be
Crazy.
public.
We could use him.
Mhm.
We could actually have him on this podcast.
Mhm. Yeah.
I know some people who work at Disney.
I would enjoy it,
I
but
know personally
not in the
Prince
summer.
Charming.
I'm not like a big like I mean, I love summer. But when I'm in the sun for too long, I'm just like drenched and I'm like so uncomfortable.
Olaf.
Yeah, basically a puddle. I'm just like I don't know if I could do it for that long. But I mean, I like going there, so
Yeah.
Don't you play a princess?
I do, but I'm not like at like a park. I can do parties because for my job, I dress up as a Disney princess and go to children's birthday parties,
That's
as well
crazy.
as like events that are like holding like princess parties. They hire us and we come and entertain them, and it's so fun. But the worst times are probably July, which is the hottest of the year, and January, which is the coldest of the year, because no matter what costume you have, you're either going to be sweating your butt off or you're going to be freezing your tushy off. It's really not like it's one or the other. It's
Do you have any like crazy princess kid stories?
I did have one. I got to think of it though. I do have like memorable moments, like moments that I like is like the reason why I do it. It was actually a few weekends ago. I went to an event. I think it was in, I want to say Groseal, and it was like a business event. I think it was like a market, and this group of disabled people came, and they were like, I want to say they were like 50 or some, and one of them,
50 years of age?
yes, 50 and older, and so they were like,
Oh, wow.
they were like a senior like disabled group, and they had a caretaker with them. And one of the guys, he was trying to communicate with us, but he couldn't, so we'd have to communicate through his caretaker, and then she would tell us what he said. But I really wanted to talk to him. That was like, I want to make this guy's day. I want him to know that like princesses can be inclusive too, and like care about people like him. So I told his caretaker, I was like, can you please like teach me how to say thank you for coming and stuff like that. And she taught me like the thank you, and I did it to him, and his face lit up. And from that moment, I'm just like, I'm okay with life now. Like that was like the peak of my life, because I love like you with inclusion. I love being the person to like help out people or include them in stuff. Like inclusion is just needs to be talked about more.
Completely agree.
Where is this princess thing based out of?
It's actually in Monroe.
Oh,
So
it is.
yes, we have like a building where we have all of our stuff, but we go from all the way down to Toledo, all the way up to like Royal Oak. So we're pretty much everywhere, but we're set in Monroe.
One time, I got this DM from this princess company. And
Okay.
they were like, hey, are you interested in getting a job?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, but I guess I'll give it a shot. And so I was like, sure, what do you want me to do? And then they never DM'd me back. I'm like, why did you ask me in the first place?
Yeah, like got my hopes up. Like I was thinking about it, but then don't respond.
Yeah, then they never responded.
Dang.
That is really sad. I'm so sorry. Were you gonna play a princess?
Yeah.
I think, well, I assume they wanted me to play one of the princes.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe just one of the animals.
Oh yeah. Like dress up in a mascot suit. Mascot suits are so heavy and so hot. I realized that because we used one for the first time a few weekends ago. Don't.
I have a friend has a like deep fear of mascots.
I used
that's
to
crazy.
until I was in 3rd grade. and like we had like an assembly where the Tigers mascot came, and he like touched my hand, and I was like, oh, they're nice. But like ever since then, like Chuck E. Cheese, freak out.
Well, that one's
mentally.
different. He's scary.
Terrifying. Like even now, like the
I feel
original.
like Chuck E. Cheese isn't even considered, like, he's not a mascot. That's like something completely different.
Yeah.
I think he is a mascot. Well, what are you talking about?
Isn't he like an animatronic? Like,
He is an animatronic, but I think mascot doesn't necessarily refer to the suit. I think Mickey Mouse is like a mascot of
that
the
type of
brand.
mascot. I'm talking about like the mascots in the costumes.
Like the
Okay.
suits.
Yeah, like the suits alone. That's what are scary.
Yeah. Because like you don't know who's in there.
What was that?
I just remembered this thing.
Okay.
When you said that Mickey Mouse was no longer going to be partnered with Disney or along those lines,
Yeah.
That's not what she
he's,
said.
he's going into the
Close.
public domain.
Yeah.
Did you guys see last year that Winnie the Pooh went into the public domain?
No way.
Really?
Yeah, and then someone made a horror movie using Winnie the Pooh.
Oh my gosh, that just like,
They're gonna do that with Mickey.
Yeah, they probably will.
dude, this is gonna scare the next generation. Or the next generation's gonna be like something else.
my
If they're gonna be watching that, I would be scared. I couldn't watch anything scary when I was younger. Like anything that involved like blood or like screaming, I would just be like, just turn it off. Like,
I used to love scary movies.
well, I love them now, but like I was a scared kid. I was a scaredy cat. I will admit it.
I like kids' scary movies, like Goosebumps.
Okay.
Ooh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I
what
used
are
to
other
watch
ones?
Goosebumps. Would you guys... Okay, this is just kind of funny. Do you guys consider The Quiet Place to be, like, a scary movie?
I think it's a thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that
agree.
movie.
I watched The Quiet Place for the first time. And then when The Quiet Place 2 came out, they were showing it at the drive-in. And I took my brother and my boyfriend and my brother's girlfriend. We went on a double date.
Aw.
No. No.
Take it back.
We were in the back of a truck, all four of us. We did not fit comfortably in this truck. And so our only ways of sitting were like,
Totem pole.
well, no, we were all like laying like side by side like sardines. But it was either like me and my brother's girlfriend in the middle, or my boyfriend and my brother like cuddling in the middle, or me and my brother in the middle. Like there was no good way to like set us up. Halfway through the movie, my brother, me and him in the middle at this point, goes, "What are they even hiding from?" And I said, "Did you not watch the whole first movie?" He goes, "No, I just thought they would explain it."
Well, they do explain it.
Yeah.
Not in the second movie.
No, they go back. Remember they show the beginning of the... Oh, what? You don't want me to say?
No, I'm saying I don't think that they did.
No, they do, because they bring back... Can I... Well, how... I'm just going to talk about it.
Okay.
If you've seen that movie, I'm going to talk about it. If you haven't seen it and you care, skip.
I guess, yeah.
Because, what's his name? John. I don't know his name.
Krasinski.
Yeah, guy from Office.
He dies in the first one.
Yeah.
Then they bring him back in the second one.
Is it at the beginning or the end of the movie where they played that clip of him?
That was in the beginning.
Yeah, I was like, what is he still there? Like, is he like in like heaven? Like watching over them or something?
You remember he was
remember. This
playing
was a while
baseball, and then the things came crashing down, and they're like,
yeah.
"What is that?" And then everyone started dying, and then the car crash. It was wild. You remember that?
No, but also this
They
was
did. They
so
did
long
explain
ago.
it.
Okay, well then my brother's just stupid.
All
That's what
right.
we're
Well.
learning. Sorry, Braden. He probably is not watching this actually.
Oh, okay. Well.
But if you know my brother, you know. You know. Guys, Kenzie and I just came from a really intense workout class.
Yeah, we were breaking a sweat. I was, like, my face was so red.
I'm still dizzy.
Yeah, just a little, I thought I was gonna pass out at the end, but I was like, I gotta keep going. I don't want to stop. And like, if I pass out, at least I tried.
Oh my gosh. It was so much fun though, and I like kind of
was.
want to go back tomorrow.
I know. I'm like, when's the next one? It was like a
Tomorrow at 6.
It was like a dance workout. So like we were like dancing to like songs.
It's
but
called
like,
club cardio, so it's like club music with club lights.
but you're doing cardio. It was actually
That's crazy.
pretty good.
It was so intense.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Like I could sleep until tomorrow night after this from that. Like it did take a lot.
We ran into this girl. Tess, if you're watching this,
Hey girl.
shout out to you. But I ran into this girl that I went to high school with. She's friends with my little brother. And she looked at me, she goes, "Are you going to cardio?" And I said, "Yeah." And we walked in together. She goes, "This is really out of your comfort zone." Like, I was like, yeah. Yeah, it is. She goes, "You know that we, like, twerk in this class, right?"
Oh my gosh. When they started doing that too, I was like, okay, this must be normal. I'm just going to do it.
And it was. We had been doing it all day. It was
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was so funny. She goes, "This is really out of your comfort zone."
Just the pause. Like your
Yeah, like,
comfort
not
zone.
not her own. Your comfort zone.
She's like, I'm
Yeah.
fine with this, but are you? Like, are you good?
And I killed it.
Yeah, we did good. That was amazing.
I didn't even pass out. So.
Mm-mm.
That's
Just-
a win.
Yeah.
It really was.
Just had to chuck a
I
bunch
thought
of
I was
water.
going to for a long time.
Yeah, thankfully that
The
air was next to us.
burpees. Well, as soon as she started doing burpees, I was like, I'm done for.
Yeah.
I might pass out.
Yeah, I think that's what started, like, to where I was about to, like, pass out. I was like, this is...
I can't do any up and downs. That's
Yeah.
too much for my head.
Yeah, well, your glasses were about to come off,
And
too.
my glasses were
You were
falling
like,
off.
I'm just gonna save myself and squat.
Sorry, I thought the door opened. Did you hear that? Am I going
Yeah.
crazy?
I think it was the garage door.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Delaney, you never answered my question.
Oh, sorry. What was your question?
If you could live in one song,
I forgot that was even a question because we got stuck on cars.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Well, the song that I immediately thought of was "The House That Built Me," which might have also just been because we were talking about my house fire. So, and that was just a song that I cried to a lot after the house fire. But I just like the vibes of that song. It reminds me more of my grandma's house, and like, I don't know. She talks about learning how to play guitar, and like that's where I learned how to play piano. I don't know. The vibes of that song. Did
Yeah.
you want to answer that question? Is that why you're asking?
Well, I do have a song in mind, but I don't know if I really, really would want to live in it.
What is it?
Left hands free. Left hands free. Left hands free. Left hands free.
Multiple left hands.
I can't hear the song in my head.
Um,
Can you sing me a little clip of it? I want it coming from you.
left hand free.
Oh, the Outer Banks song.
Outer Banks. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
when your left hand's free. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That gives me like summer vibes. So I mean, I
It
feel
does.
like
Yeah.
It's on the summer playlist.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
It's on repeat on the summer playlist.
No hate.
It's actually that's the only thing on the summer playlist.
Summer playlist, just that song.
Guys, click right here where I'm going to put a little thing that you can go watch the summer playlist vlog, or go tell them where the thing is going to be. Tell them where the thing is going to
It'll be right below us in the description.
If you guys want to listen to the summer playlist, go click that link in the description. It's on Spotify. Also, you
He
can
puts on
listen to
his
this podcast
YouTube
on
voice
Spotify.
when he starts talking to the camera.
What's up, gamers? Go ahead and go to the
All
link in the
right,
description.
guys.
Maybe like a news anchor. Or like the highs and the lows, but like, you grab their attention when you talk.
What's up, gamers?
What's up, gamers?
I hate when you go, how about you smash that like button? Give us a big
Smash.
fat like.
How about you stick a fork in that like button?
Oh, it's so 2012 YouTube.
I can barely get my energy up. It's like still pretty monotone. I'm like, what's up, gamers? In this vlog that I'm editing right now, I intro every segment with what's up, gamers? And it's only me. And I say it like multiple times.
You're like, just me.
It's a vlog and it's just you.
Yeah, it's kind of a filler vlog. Don't tell anyone I said that, but
It's on the pod. We're not taking it out. Tell the editor.
yeah, Johnny, cut this out. Don't put any of this in.
Thank you.
There's no Johnny. Max edits all the vlogs himself.
Johnny, cut that out.
Johnny's behind the camera right now.
All three of them.
Yeah, because it's not a summer bucket list vlog. And it's not a Green Lake vlog. So it's kind of a
just
filler
you?
vlog, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. What's next on our summer bucket list?
Oh wow, what's next? Well, the thing is, we've got like 20 days to complete like
Yeah, we have
15
not been
things.
doing this.
it's
To the
it's
extent
coming
that we
down to the
should've.
wire. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you tried. I didn't even make a bucket list this summer. I was like, whatever happens, happens, I guess.
We weren't allowing for that.
Oh, yeah. I'm just thinking of the
But
pressure
what?
of how much time we're running out and how much stuff we have to do. So little time.
Just wait till like the first day of fall, like September. Like that'll be the end of your summer. Extended to like a week or two.
When is the first day of fall?
Officially?
I want to
Yeah.
say middle of September.
Oh, then we're chilling.
Yeah, we got so much time. Except that I move out on the 23rd.
That gives us 14 extra days. That's completely feasible.
Guys, by the time this pod comes out, I will no longer be in Monroe.
That's crazy. As a matter of fact, it'll be so far from you being gone that you'll almost be back.
You think?
I think so.
That'll almost be, like back for the wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, not just back. No, I will be coming back at the end of September to watch Allie and Ray get married, and there will probably be a vlog from that as well.
Guys, you're invited to Ellie and Ray's wedding.
No, you're not.
All the viewers are invited.
Here's the time and
Delaney,
place.
what's the date and where is it going to be?
Well, here's the thing. Never mind, I can't say that. I actually can't say that.
She's like, well, no.
He goes, is the wedding going to happen? I don't know.
No, I was gonna say that I don't officially have an invite to the wedding because I was just a part of somebody else's invite that I'm no longer going with. But
Will Delaney be at the wedding? I don't
Stay
know.
tuned.
I know the date and I know the time, but I don't know the place.
Aw.
Rest
find
in
out.
peace.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You
We'll
could
see
be
if
a-
I make it.
You could be a wedding crasher.
See if she makes the cut.
Be like, I know it. I know it was supposed to be here.
I came to the bridal shower.
Yeah. Like I want to come to the wedding
That's
too.
wild.
Yeah, but no, I'm not officially invited to the wedding, I guess.
Wow, that's crazy.
I have the save the date on my calendar. Like, I got a physical save the date, I just never got a physical invitation.
Yikes.
They have a save the date and then they sent invitations?
Yeah.
Oh. I usually, whenever I get them, it's just save the date. And then that's my invite because they put it on the back.
Are you sure that you didn't just get cut?
Well, no, I never went to the weddings. It's like, okay, I haven't been to a wedding.
She did
Okay,
that.
let me bring this back a little bit. When most of my family, because we only go to like my family's weddings, I've never been to like an outside wedding, and it's usually like my dad who goes. And whenever we get an invite, it's always like save the date this day, like, and like it's usually flipped over and has all the information. I've never got
That's
like
just an invite.
yeah, but I mean,
Why are
like,
they calling it a save the date?
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I was like, you got two? Because I usually get it all in one. Like,
No, we always get it in two. Save the date comes first, and it just has the date. And then your invite comes later with all of the information.
I'm doing that because I definitely would have done save the date and put all my information on my wedding card. Now I know for the future.
Hmm.
It's two separate ones.
Yeah, because normally you send your save the date out, like,
Right.
there's supposed to be, there's a whole timeline that goes into it. But your invite comes only a few months before, and then your save the date's supposed to come, like, almost a year in advance so that people like, have the date.
Yeah. What is the point of sending two?
I just told you. I literally just told you.
It's like that
Just
friendly
to-
reminder.
It's no, because the save the date is so that people who are coming from like farther away have time to make plans and arrangements to get there
Oh, okay.
and to physically save the date. So like call off work and make sure you
Yeah.
don't make other plans. And then the invitation is just the actual like information.
So, like, if you don't have, like, the venue locked down, something,
I guess.
or, like, what food are you going to be eating? Or, like,
Right,
who
that
are
all
you gonna be
that all
marrying?
comes in the invitation. Or even who you're marrying.
Like, I should send mine out now. I should pick the date now and then just hope I figure it out.
It's so smart.
I would hate to have work that day.
Yeah. You'd really have to call off
oh my gosh.
the pod.
Imagine, like, your job, like, accidentally schedules you on the day of your wedding. What would you do?
You just don't show up.
Yeah, I would scream into the phone and be like, I told you. I'm getting married. Bye.
Yeah,
And-
that's like not your problem.
Yeah. Be like, it's my day. Worry about it. I'm not there.
Fire me if you want.
Yeah.
Extended honeymoon.
Extended honeymoon.
I've been to so many weddings lately. I just went to a wedding recently. I'm a photographer, and I was photographing a wedding. I hate photographing weddings.
Is it because it's like so slow?
It's so stressful. There's like so much pressure on you.
Because you like think I have to get the best photos for them. So
Right. Especially when you know the couple and like you know them personally and you're like,
I just be like, I did my best.
yeah.
There you go.
It's terrible. I hate shooting weddings.
Yeah, I shot Alec and McKaylee's.
Yeah, you did.
Guys, if you want to watch Alec and McKaylee's wedding video, go click that little thing that's up here.
That's a good vlog.
Thanks.
Ricky
I worked on it
watches
for a
that
long
vlog
time.
sometimes. When he's like getting a little antsy, sometimes I just throw that vlog on the TV and he just sits there and he laughs. He laughs every time Alec comes on the screen, actually. I don't know what it is about Alec. It's actually every single vlog that Ricky watches. He gets so excited to see Alec pop up on the screen. He laughs so hard.
Aww.
It doesn't matter if a joke is being said or not. I think he just thinks Alec looks funny.
Yeah, I get that.
Sorry, Alec.
He probably won't like the Green Lake vlogs. Sorry to say.
Is Alec not in it?
He didn't go.
Oh, neither did I.
Then he definitely won't like them. What's up, gamers? It's Max here, currently editing the podcast, and it looks like for the rest of the episode, the audio was corrupted. So you're going to notice that it goes back and forth between the onboard camera audio and the podcast audio. Sorry about that. My bad. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything. It just got corrupted, but my bad. So let's do a little hypothetical.
Okay.
Okay, Mackenzie, let's say you win Mrs.
It's called Miss Monroe.
If I was
Monroe.
Mrs. Monroe, I'd have like married and kids. If there was, that's a good question. Is there? I know there's a Mrs. Michigan. I don't know if there's anything with like Mrs.
Oh yeah, like what's the prelim to Mrs. Michigan?
Or do you just apply and they're like, okay, you can go.
Max, did you know that you can't enter if you've ever been married?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I didn't know that. Any of them, or just...
Just the Miss America opportunity. You can't,
Yeah.
if you're married or have a kid.
Yeah, you can't be married or have kids.
What the heck? Why?
Or ever
'Cause
have.
Miss. Like, misses are just considered, they're not married, they don't have kids, they're like an independent woman.
So weird.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
But the Miss Universe, which is like the like second biggest like organization when it comes to pageantry, they changed theirs so you can be married and have kids.
I saw that.
So like there is a place where you can do that, but I don't know what it is with the Miss America opportunity. I think it's because it's been there for over 100 years. They just want to keep the tradition of an independent woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like we don't need no man. I don't need no man.
We don't.
Mm-mm.
So what happens if Delaney wins? Are you guys going to be friends still?
Yeah, oh my gosh. So my first year I competed, I didn't know anybody, and then my friend Kendall won, and I wasn't really Yes, Kendall, love her. She's been in it for years, and I got really close with her in her year of reign, going to her events and just supporting her. Like, I didn't care that I lost. I was like, if I won, this would have been the worst year. Like, I'm glad it was her and not me, because she knows what she's doing, and whoever wins, like, they're capable of doing it. So if she won, like, she knows what she's doing. Like,
Max really wanted you to say that you wouldn't like me anymore.
no, absolutely not. No, I'm not that type of person. Like, I feel like in some situations,
If Delaney
You
wins,
are?
she's off this podcast.
you're like, okay, like, sorry, we need another host. But like, there are girls in competitions like this who are like very driven and are like, I need to win, and like I will do everything in my power to win, and like whether that be like degrade people or. It's scary sometimes. It's not in the Miss Monroe. I love Miss Monroe. I have not seen anybody like put people down, but there are like other locals in Miss Michigan that like, there are some girls that are a little iffy, but I try my best just to think about myself and not how other people see me, so.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good rule for life.
Yeah.
It's one of the three.
Yeah. We can add it to number 4.
Yeah. Don't think about if anyone else can see me. That's the number 4th rule.
This is so completely unrelated, but one of my best friends, when we were kids, we danced competitively. So we'd go to like these different dance competitions, and you just changed in like big open rooms. And she was convinced that if you closed your eyes, no one could see you. You were invisible. Because she lived by the, if I can't see you, you can't see me.
Oh.
And she was fully convinced that if her eyes were closed, she was invisible.
How old is she?
This lasted a really long time.
Okay.
Like, it was something that her mom taught us when we were, like, babies, and then
She took that literally.
she took it literally for a little bit too long. I don't know when she stopped believing it, honestly.
She like walks into a bank with her eyes closed. She's like reaching over the counter.
They're like, "Are you okay,
They're
ma'am?
like, ma'am.
You can't see me.
Like, you can't see me.
Just grabbing handfuls of cash.
Literally, it's like SpongeBob, where he like puts the sock over his face, like put it in the bag, and the guy's like, "I'm over here, sir." He's like, "All right, put it in."
So that he's savings and checking.
Oh yeah.
I remember one time, we were in her car, and she was changing, and she closed her eyes, and her mom looked at me, and she was like, like, say nothing.
Don't.
It's like Santa
Like,
Claus.
don't tell her. What are you talking about, Max?
Nothing. Never mind.
What?
Are there any kids watching this podcast?
That was a joke.
That was a joke.
Did you guys ever watch Psych? I mean, I obviously know
Oh,
that
it's so good.
you did, but have you seen Psych?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad. It's one of my favorite shows
Oh,
ever.
you gotta watch it.
You do.
Is it on Netflix?
It used to be. They took it off. It's on Prime now.
Prime.
It's terrible.
On Prime Video?
hmm It's so good.
Honestly.
But, like, okay, so it's about a psychic detective.
Peacock?
But he's, like, yeah, it's also on Peacock.
Yeah.
I Peacock.
But he's not a real psychic. He's pretending to be a psychic. That's, like, the plot. But they did a lot of episodes that were based on movies. Like, they just took the plot of movies and turned it into a psych episode.
Oh, okay.
And I had never seen The Hangover. And I didn't know that that episode had to do with The Hangover at all. But not the other day. It was quite a while ago. The boys were like, let's watch The Hangover. And they turned it on, and I was like, that actor's in Psych. Yeah. And then the whole time they were watching it, I was like, this is just the plot of that episode. It didn't make sense to me until the end. I was like, oh,
And it's
they
not the
totally-
same actor.
There is a similar actor.
A similar actor.
Not a similar.
Similar
no, no, no,
actor.
no, no.
It's not the same
I
actor.
take
They're
that
both
back.
bald. Delaney's bald blind. You can't tell
Where's
bald men
my
apart.
phone?
Was
I'm
I in
gonna
the,
prove
was I in
it.
The Hangover? It's not the same person.
No,
I'm telling you, it's
we
not.
argued about it that day too. Where's my phone, Max?
You thought? Well, I don't know where it is.
I found it. It was under the chicken nugget.
She thought
My
that
chicken
Woody
nugget?
was in The Hangover. Woody from Psych. But in fact,
That's
it
not
wasn't.
what it wasn't. No, it's the guy who plays Juliet's dad.
Juliet's dad.
Tell me I'm wrong, and it might be her stepdad. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, but I'm looking it up, and
Who
you're
is her
gonna be wrong.
stepdad? Her stepdad's Sean's dad.
How does that make any sense?
I'm willing to bet that you're wrong.
No, hold
I'm
on.
willing- Yeah.
How do you believe that Juliet's stepdad is Sean's
Oh,
dad?
I mean, father-in-law, stepdad.
Stepdad is not father-in-law. Two different things.
I have to say, I don't think it's true. The guy from Star Trek is her actual father.
Jeffrey Tambor
Is
Then-
not Woody.
is not Woody.
Oh, it's her. Oh.
It's her dad.
Oh. Yeah, I might be wrong.
You are. This man is in both Psych and The Hangover.
He's also in The Grinch.
And he's in specifically, and I always thought it was weird that why is her stepdad even in this episode of Psych? Like, it was just weird that he was there.
He's in that episode.
He's in that episode because he's in the movie.
Well, you know what? The thing is that I remember specifically walking in late that day and only watching the second half of the movie. I still stand by the fact that I think you're bald blind. I think you can't tell the difference between bald and...
And what proof of that do you have?
Well, that's the only instance.
So the instance in which I was right. I was right about the actor. Proves that I am bald blind.
Yep.
You guys know, okay, the other day, not the other day, but a couple, you could say the other day, Max and I recorded a podcast. It would have been quite a few weeks for you guys, where Max had a big reveal about him shaving his head, and he took his hat off, and he was waiting for this reaction that I didn't have because I didn't realize that he had shaved his head.
I
Like,
guess I'll do a little flashback. You think this is why?
Yeah. Max had previously already shaved his head, but then he shaved it even more bald, and I didn't notice.
Bald blind. She's bald blind. I knew it. I knew there was an instance of her being bald blind.
Yeah, it was just you, though. You had a buzz cut, and then suddenly you were bald, and I didn't know the difference.
Well, I guess we could chalk this up to a big misunderstanding.
No, I was right.
Guys, was Delaney... Let us know in the comments below.
It was literally the same actor.
I think you're right.
You haven't seen either one. Have you seen The Hangover?
No.
Yes.
I haven't seen either one, but, I mean, Google doesn't lie.
No, Google doesn't lie. That was the actor.
Google's always right.
There's this new movie on Disney Plus called, like, The Sleepover or something. And I haven't seen it, but I read the description, and it's like, these three friends had a crazy sleepover, and they don't remember the night before.
So
They
it's
woke
The
up with an animal.
Hangover.
Yeah.
It's literally The Hangover, but for, like,
I saw that.
tweens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. I will probably watch it.
I want to know then, why don't they remember the night before? If they can't blame it on alcohol in this.
Mm-hmm.
Probably sugar, Mountain Dew.
They just sugar crash. They don't remember the night before. They've got to piece it all together.
Yeah.
In Psych, they got drugged.
Yeah.
Is that what happened in The Hangover? I didn't actually watch it.
Well, I don't want to give it away, but they got drugged.
He said, well, I remember one day, okay, maybe we can't say this. I guess we didn't end up watching it, but I was hanging out with the Oldenburgs, all of them, and they were all so excited to go watch Cocaine Bear, and they were like trying to get hype me up to
We
go
were
watch
planning it for weeks. We were like, oh, can't
Were
wait
you
to see
there, or
Cocaine
we
Bear.
were gonna meet you?
I was at home, but I was like, yes. I was like,
Yeah.
can't believe we're finally going to see Cocaine Bear.
Everyone was talking about it, and I had told them, I was like, I'm not gonna go. I was like, that sounds terrible. And they're like, no, we're all gonna go. We're gonna watch Cocaine Bear. Trey goes upstairs and he comes back down and goes, Dad said we can't go see Cocaine Bear. And he was so mad. Dad said we can't go.
Oh my gosh.
Which means that I can't go see it, because what am I going to go see it alone? So I've never seen it either. Have you seen Cocaine Bear?
No, I have not.
Same.
It didn't sound good at all.
Is it like how it sounds?
It's about a bear that does cocaine.
It's about a bear who finds bricks of cocaine and eats it.
And is it like an animated? Or
No, it's live action. It just sounds
Is it like an
terrible.
actual bear, or is it a person who
don't
looks like a
know.
bear?
It's a bear. It's a true story.
But okay, but did they? Is it a real bear or is it CGI?
Yeah.
In the movie,
It's
Yeah.
got to be CGI, but
you
like
can't feed an animal cocaine.
Okay, I didn't think that it actually had cocaine.
It's called Cocaine Bear.
does it make like weird? Does it like talk?
Is it an acting
I don't
bear?
think it talks.
is
It's
what
a
I
true
asked.
story.
Oh, so is it like a silent movie?
No, because in the previews that we watched, we just heard people screaming the F word repeatedly.
Must have been the Red Band trailer.
And I was like, we're gonna take Trey to go see this.
Yeah, I think it was in the 80s. Like a drug dealer had to drop a lot of cocaine out of a plane, so they didn't get caught with it at customs or something.
Oh.
And then a bear got it, and it ate like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of cocaine, and then died immediately. But in the movie, the bear, I think, hunts down the drug dealers and kills the drug dealers.
That's actually pretty
So
good. That's a
weird.
good plot.
Probably so funny. I can only imagine, though. I haven't seen it.
Let us know if you've seen Cocaine Bear. I like breaking the fourth wall. I think it's really fun.
Have you guys seen Cocaine Bear?
Let us know.
It's like Dora. It really reminds me of Dora.
It's like
It's like
Swiper.
waiting for them to respond. Are you gonna say anything? Hey.
Did you guys watch Dora?
I
loved
did.
Dora.
I loved Dora. Well, I was in love. No,
Max, didn't we go see Dora together? The
oh
movie?
yeah, the movie.
The like live
The
action.
live action
That was
movie.
great.
I don't remember it at all.
I remember
was great.
seeing it, like the trailer when it first started coming out, and I was like, "What is this?" Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
I genuinely have no recollection of watching that movie. I just know that we went and saw it
That's so
together because we
good.
got a poster.
She did drugs in the movie.
No, she did not.
She definitely did.
Did she?
Remember, she got high and it was like she took mushrooms or something.
"Is it rated PG-13 or R?"
It's rated PG. It's a kids movie.
No.
But mushrooms.
That's pretty
is-
good, though.
I do have a vague memory of her being all like loopy and like
She
disoriented.
I think she accidentally took mushrooms, and then Boots started talking to her because he talks in the show, but he didn't talk in the movie.
Oh,
Oh,
that's good. That's good.
Maybe,
That's
maybe I
good.
do remember a little bit.
So canonically, Dora was high out of her mind the entire show.
She was a kid. She had an imagination.
Yeah, but like the kids who watch it are like they don't know what it's about because they don't know it. They're like, oh, like she's just
Bitch is talking.
yeah, Boots is talking. Okay.
Does everyone else talk to the monkey?
In the show,
Yeah.
yes, but in the movie, I do remember this now. She like keeps breaking the fourth wall and talking to people, and her whole family's like, she'll grow out of it.
Oh yeah.
We're like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
she's weird.
She's weird.
I used to get so into that show when they came out with the stars, and they're like, "Catch the stars!" I'd literally jump and try to catch the stars. I was like 30 at the
I
time.
love the grumpy old
You're
troll.
turning 30 in 5 years.
The grumpy old troll song was like
Oh, yeah, that guy scared me.
engraved in my head. Though he was scary, but it was engraved in my head. He was
What
like,
was it?
he was like, solve my riddle, and he would like give Dora a riddle, but he
Gotta-
would sing
gotta
this
pay the
song.
troll toll.
Yeah. He's like, I'm the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge.
I do remember that. Do you guys know about Dora and Friends?
Is that when she was like a tween?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I aged out at that point.
So had I, but my cousin started watching it, and it like grossed me out to see.
She was a little too long.
Yeah, no, I made my niece, because like she's 6 right now, I made her watch the original Dora. I was like, you're not watching this new stuff. Like,
Yeah, that's
you
what
gotta
I
be
was
an OG.
Like, you can't watch
You're not.
but not have the backstory for it.
Yeah, like this is you don't know the whole picture.
But I have the theme song that's playing in my head. Dora and Friends into the city,
Oh, I don't know.
helping out in the city.
Question:
doing what we-
Answer.
did both of you guys watch Barney when you were younger?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did.
I was a Barney
Barney.
stan.
I was
Like,
also a Barbie stan,
I was a Barbie stan too. All Barbie movies. Pff,
but Barney.
yeah, but Barney. I would watch all the Barney movies, and because you guys, well, she knows, but you don't know. I wear glasses, but I'm wearing contacts right now. And the reason that I have such bad eyesight is because I would be like this close, maybe like less than 6 inches away from the screen, sitting crisscross applesauce, watching Barney. Like, it was like right here, like as if like I couldn't see it enough, and like that it ruined my eyes. Ruined them.
As a kid, my family makes fun of this all the time, but like if the TV was on and you were trying to talk to me, like you didn't exist.
There's a video of me when I was a baby because my parents loved make videos of us when we were younger. It's me watching Barney, and my dad's trying to get my attention, calling for me. He's like, Mackenzie, Mackenzie. I'm like, it's scary. I'm scared of myself. When I was watching it, I was like, okay.
Did you guys watch Blue's Clues?
I did.
I did.
I think I watched, because there was 3 of them. I know there was like 3 different guys. I think I watched Steve, the guy who came back in the new movie
I
for
love
Blue's
him.
Clues.
They did the Spider-Verse thing for Blue's Clues.
Oh yeah, they did. I was like, thank you. I was like, we all needed Steve back in our life.
I watched
he
2
made
of
a
them.
video.
You did.
watched 2 of the people. I remember the transition.
I do remember the transition, and like that was like, I feel like that's where I stopped watching it, or like watched it less, because I was like, I don't want a new guy. But then when they made it like a whole new animation, I was like, no, nah,
Yeah.
not even gonna look.
I was out at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I found out that Blue was a girl, I was high key pissed off.
Oh my
I was gonna
gosh.
say, I had the same. I was like, there's no like. I thought it was a boy.
I honestly denied it. I was like,
Yeah.
the magenta one is a girl, so blue has to be a boy. Like,
Exactly. My paradigm was
But
shattered.
I thought the same thing about Bluey.
is blue? Yeah, me
Bluey
too.
is a girl.
I
Oh,
thought
really?
blue was
Yeah,
a
I
male,
never
and I
watched
thought
that
Bingo
show.
was a girl.
Yes. Nope. They're both sisters. And
I'd never seen it.
this is the second time that I've thought a blue dog was a boy,
Well,
and
they
I was
made
wrong.
him blue. Why are they doing that? Kids don't
Yeah.
know. They know blue is
It's
for boys.
hard to tell. Okay,
Well-
obviously with like animals and like animated movies, you can tell that they're male or female by their eyelashes. But if you like, it's a 2D thing, you can't tell. Like, how are you supposed to tell it's like a male or a female? Like blue, boy. pink girl. It's like
Literally.
like a universal thing.
Right. I think he was neutered in the show, so or no,
Okay.
he wasn't. Or what Magenta was?
She was.
I have no clue what you're talking about at all.
She got like spayed. You said neutered, right?
No way.
I don't know. They did a whole episode about it.
There's no way.
No, I remember it. I remember it. How else would I know this? How else
That's
would I know
so true, Max.
the girl lost? I mean, the little pink one lost. That they did a whole thing about it.
Lost what?
Because it's a girl.
She died. She died. They
She
killed
lost
her.
what, Max?
I feel like there was like a good amount of episodes where it was like just focusing on Magenta, like, and it was probably that, probably that episode that he's talking about.
No, I think he's making up whatever he's
Are
saying.
you actually?
No.
See, I can't tell.
Max and Mackenzie have never met, so
Yeah. Plus, I'm
they
very,
don't get each other's.
I'm very gullible. So like, anything you say, I'll be like, yeah,
I
for
got
sure.
your joke. I got it. I picked up on it. I know.
I didn't. If you guys would have never brought it up, I would have been. I would still wouldn't have known.
Still haven't.
Yeah.
All right. So what else? What else do we want to talk about?
You know what I really want to know? And we've already talked about this, but we got a new guest, and I want to hear. Are you Team Jeremiah or Conrad?
Oh, I am.
Yes.
Okay, for the first season, I was, like, Team Jeremiah. Because the first season, like, it was like, like, he wants to be with her. But as I'm watching the second season and, like, seeing Conrad,
Connie
like...
baby.
Yeah.
Connie baby.
Yeah, it's like... I'm more of, like, I don't know. I'm half and half now. But season 1, I was definitely Jeremiah. But now as I'm watching it, I'm like, come on, Conrad, like, get it. Like, you got this. Like,
Let me tell you, exactly the same, except I've read the book, so I know how it ends.
don't tell me.
But
Don't.
I was exactly the same. Season 1, so Jeremiah.
Mhm.
He's so cute. He's perfect.
Really?
He wanted her. Conrad was making zero
Jelly,
effort.
like,
literally.
jelly. Nothing could be better than that.
But season 2, he is jelly.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He is literally jelly.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, don't make it about yourself, man. He made it all about himself. Like,
And
I mean, I
could
get
talk
it.
about this forever.
I mean, I get, like, yes, your feelings are hurt, but, like, I feel like everybody knew that Belly liked Conrad from...
She had been saying it since she was 10.
Yeah. Like, and, like, if your mom says that her and Conrad are gonna get together, or at least, like, one of her kids, like, don't think it's you. It's gonna be the other one. It's gonna be the older one. I feel like it's always, like, the older brother, or, like, the older sibling that, like, always takes in or, like, swoops in and is always the main character. It's gonna... don't tell me, but I really hope it's... I really hope it's Conrad.
I won't tell you.
If it's, like a whole plot twist where, like, she's like, I'm an independent woman.
She marries Kim Cameron. Just kidding.
Dude,
That would be
Kim Cameron coming in the second season, like, I was like, I forgot he existed. Like,
I love that he's here because
Yeah.
I love him so much. But whatever's going on between him and Sky,
yeah,
it needs to go away.
yeah,
It's an unnecessary plot.
yeah. Sky, like, when Sky was first introduced, I was like, this, like, character is gonna be very rude. Like, they seem like a rude person, but, like, I feel like they just, like, haven't, like, understood, like, their perspective of, like, the house, because obviously, like, they're just trying to sell the house, and they're all like, no, like, we've been in this house for how many summers now, and, like, you just come in and swoop it away, and, like, she's trying to get a better understanding of it, but the mom, that mom, don't even get me started with her.
She's
Like,
awful.
I can't, because I would never in a million years, like, if this happened to, like, my family, or, like, if my sister passed away, God, I don't want that ever happening anytime soon, but, and, like, selling her stuff, I could never do that. Never. I'm a very, like,
A hoarder.
yep. I'm not, like, a hoarder
Like a
hoarder.
sentimental.
Yeah, I love sentimental things. Like, this, I never take this off. This has, sorry, I don't want to be gruesome. This has my grandma's ashes in it, but I never got to...
Apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry in advance, but, like, it's, like, people get, like awkward when I talk about it. Like, I never got to say goodbye to my grandma, but, like, this is, like, I feel like this is, like, my goodbye. Like, I have her with me forever, so I only take it off when I shower, but... Yeah, it's like,
That's so
I
sweet.
never want to, like, give anything that means something to me away. So, like, how could you even give up something that your family cared for? Like,
Right.
What would you do if your brother sold something of yours that you loved?
Like, that would be crazy.
I know, I'd be like, yeah, we're not siblings anymore. Like, you're done.
Yeah, and also they didn't exist in the books, so their presence just annoys me. Just, why are you even here? They're an unnecessary plot.
Yeah, that's actually uncalled for if it's not in the book.
It just wasn't. It wasn't in the book. You know who was trying to sell the house in the book?
Is it the dad?
Adam. Yeah.
Yeah, like, unnecessary.
Anyway, Max is gonna cut us off.
Yeah, I don't like that show, but I have seen every episode. And Cleveland,
because
apparently...
he has FOMO.
Yeah, that's partly true. I recently, someone made me a friendship bracelet that says Cleveland because my favorite character is Cleveland Brown.
That. Who made it?
Brown, that's...
Maddie made it.
Recently.
I'm not wearing it right
My
now.
best friend. I'm acting as you. Recently, my best friend made me a best friend's bracelet.
My best friend whenever.
It's a sister.
Yeah, so I'm officially Team Cleveland.
Okay.
Team Cleveland Brown all the way, I
Did
guess.
she make the bracelet that you are wearing?
No, I made this one actually. It says "Have fun." Take a little look at that.
Maybe we'll sell them.
I don't know. It took me a long time.
They
to
take
make it
so
wrong.
long to make. I made a bunch of them and they take so long to make.
Have you ever made those, like, box knot necklaces or, like, keychains?
Yes.
I just learned how to make them. I have one on my keychain right by you, and I also have a chicken nugget on my keychain because I thought that's what you were talking about with the chicken nugget.
Nope, I'm
Can
holding the chicken
confirm I
nugget.
see it.
Yes.
This
Oh,
is the
that
chicken
little
nugget.
box thing. Okay,
Yes.
I had no idea what you were
So
talking
those
about.
on my keychain I have like little like box stitch like keychains, and they were so hard to make, and I could not do it until 2 weeks ago.
I could never start them. I always had to
Yeah.
ask somebody else to start it for me.
It takes me about 5 times to do it.
Any final words, Max?
Yeah. Before we go, guys, a couple weeks ago we talked about Sid the Science Kid. I have to say this. I have to talk about this. There's a video
why
of
are
Sid.
you so
Delaney, I got
aggressive?
to talk
But
about
why
this.
are you being
I have
so
to
aggressive
before-
right now?
I have to before they take it down because it's the craziest thing I've ever
You
seen.
mean before they take it down?
Them.
Them?
Yes.
Sid the Science Kid?
Yeah, there's a video of Sid the Science Kid. He looks at his parents, he goes, "Where did I come from?" He's like, "How was I made?" And they look at him and they go, "Walk through that wall and you can see how you were made." And he's like, "What?" And they're like, "Walk through that wall." And he clips through the wall and he walks out of the show. And then he walks into the writer's room and they're like, "Sid, how'd you get out here?" And then they talk about how Sid was made.
Okay.
And there's like robot suits controlling these people. They talk about how Sid was made, and then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go back in the wall." And he walks back in the wall, and he goes, "I kind of wish I didn't see that." And his parents whip out the thing from Men in Black, the memory eraser,
And they erase his memory?
and they erase his memory, and it's horrible.
That's like horrifying.
Have you... This is not the same, but Bluey?
Yeah.
There's an episode of Bluey where it's called Puppets. And they play with puppets the whole time.
Is
And
it the unicorn?
Yes! He's
I
the
love
unicorn puppet. And then at the end of the Puppets episode, he goes... Or, in the middle of the puppet episode, the puppet asks Bluey, he's like, "What if you were a puppet?" And Bluey's like, "That's crazy, I'm not a puppet." And then he goes to bed, and it, like, cuts to them making the Bluey, like, animation, and, like, him being a digital puppet.
Soulless. Little
Yeah, and then he
creature.
wakes up and he goes, "That was such a weird dream."
I have dreams like that all the time.
That you're a puppet?
That I walk through the wall, and I'm like,
And then they erase your memory and then you wake up?
yeah. One time I had a dream that I wasn't the main character of my dream. And I was stuck in the wall. I could see like the main thing going on and the story going on
Oh,
without
and you
me.
were just... Weird.
And I
Oh my-
couldn't get it.
Who was the main character?
It was like blurry. It was like all going on in another room. And there was someone in there, like a light person, like a person of just whiteness.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why can't I get in there?
All my dreams
said
are
something
against
scary to
me.
me.
Like whether it's like me embarrassing myself or like me falling or me, it's always like my dreams against me. And I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, why do I even dream at this point? If it's like, if it just makes me like feel bad about myself. And I mean, it's not like all the time, but like sometimes it's a good amount of times. But like, it's scary.
I had a... Okay. I woke up super late for work one day. This is what happened. I was supposed to be at work at 7. So my alarm was for like 6 because I don't really get ready for work. I just go. And I worked from 7 to 11, and I checked my time on my phone, and it was literally 11 p.m. And so I'm like freaking out. I was like, how did
You woke up at 11?
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, okay.
how did I sleep through my entire shift? So I'm like freaking out, texting my coworker. I was like, I can't believe that I left you hanging that whole time. Like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, oh, it's not a problem. Like, our bosses didn't even come in, so don't even worry about it. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, shoot, do I like go to work at the like class at this point? And I laid back down, and then I like closed my eyes for just a few minutes, and then I opened them back up, and I was still holding my phone, and the text with my coworker was still up, and it was 6 a.m. And there, like, I hadn't sent any text, but like her name was up in my phone, and I was
that's
fully
so
asleep
weird.
that whole time, and it just crazy. Like I dreamt that I slept through my entire work shift and
did the
pulled out my
Groundhog's
phone
Day.
to text her.
You Groundhog Day?
I never saw that, so I don't know.
Oh, you did. She did a Groundhog's Day.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
Crazy. I've always wanted to do that.
But it was insane. And I had to check to see if I actually texted her. I was scared that I actually messaged, but I didn't.
I've had dreams about that where, like, I talk to somebody about, like, a situation, and I'm like, hey, like, we talk about this? And they're like, no. I'm like, hey, I don't know why I said that. Like, yeah.
Sorry, I'm crazy.
Yeah, I'm crazy. My bad. Just my mind telling me things.
Guys, what's up, gamers? How do I outro this? Guys, join us next week where we're going to have a different guest. Let's do a little applause for our guest.
Us? Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Delaney.
If this episode has terrible audio quality,
Or no audio at all.
my bad.
Just us,
Blame
our mouse
Max.
moving.
I mean, actually, who are we blaming? What's his name?
Sid?
I'm talking about the guy who edits this.
Johnny.
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 Blame Johnny. Probably.
Johnny, if this episode has terrible audio, you're fired as the editor. And I'll be taking over responsibility of editing the podcast from now on.
This was the last time.
Oh my
This is the final
gosh.
straw. Guys, join us next week where we're gonna do another episode.
And talk to someone else.
We don't know who.
It
Nah.
could be Colton. Could be Emma.
Our first boy guest, or maybe our second.
It's our second. We talked to Isaac.
Any parting words for the podcast?
Thank you guys for letting me come out here. It was really fun to talk to you guys.
And don't forget to have fun.
No olvides divertirte.
Bye.
You just listened to a HaveFun